around here, then welcome. Thanks for watching. So if you know me or if you followed along on my journey, you know that I am like really passionate about mental health because number one, it's not talked about enough. Number two, it affects everyone. And number three, mental health plays a huge role in my life. So I want to talk about the common misconceptions about social anxiety because social anxiety has definitely hindered a huge part of my life when it comes to making new friends or going out to new places or even just being around my friends that I have already. So if you struggle with social anxiety, some of these might ring a bell and some may be a surprise. So we'll start with number one. Social anxiety only happens in formal settings. Wrong. So people often think that people only get social anxiety when they have to be in public and do some sort of public speaking or give a presentation. The truth is that social anxiety is always there and it can happen anytime. It's definitely going to happen if I have to give a speech or stand up in front of a crowd and talk, but it's also definitely going to happen if I run into a friend on the street that I haven't seen in a while. My anxiety levels are about at the same height as they are in those two different scenarios. Having social anxiety means you're shy. So a lot of people think that people that have social anxiety are just shy and don't really want to come out of their shell, but actually the opposite can be true. If you know me, you know I can be a very outgoing person. Sometimes I'm the first one on the dance floor amongst all of my friends. Sometimes I'm the one that wants to throw a party. So I can be very outgoing and very extroverted. It doesn't mean that I'm shy. I think the key difference between the two as well is that being shy is a feeling, whereas being socially anxious is the fear of having a feeling. So when you say that the two are the same, when you equate someone having social anxiety with being shy, it's just not true, and it takes away what it really means for both people. It really takes away what social anxiety actually means and what being shy really actually means. I'm not shy. I'm just fearful of humiliation or being criticized or being embarrassed. It's very easy to see that behavior in someone and take that as them being shy, but it's simply not the case. That you're antisocial. This is the one that bothers me the most because, as kind of a rewind, I used to have a blog called ifaleavethepartyearly.com because it's such a metaphor for how my mental health plays a role in my life. And once I realized that I didn't want to have a blog anymore and kind of change it into my YouTube, I screenshotted all of my articles that I wrote, and so I just want to read you an excerpt. When you have social anxiety, you're consistently worried about if you say the right things, if you're acting awkward, or what the hell, honestly, to do with your hands. Just because I'm anxious to be around people doesn't mean that I don't like people. The fact of the matter is that social anxiety uses up a lot of mental energy, and sometimes it's just easier for us to skip out on events or situations in which we know our anxiety will be at its peak. Oftentimes, it just feels like a chore, and it is more exhausting by the time that it's over and through the entire time that I'm there. So I'd rather just stay home with my dog. That you don't like people. Oh my gosh. So if we're being completely honest here, there are so many reasons to not like people. People that put Trump in office, or homophobes, or racists, or murderers. I mean, the list could go on, but there are also so many reasons to like people. Just because I have social anxiety doesn't mean that I don't like people. It just means that I find it hard to be around people. So please don't equate my anxiety with not liking people, because it's not the case at all. I can see why people think that social anxiety means that you don't like people, because people that have social anxiety often like to cancel their plans and avoid social situations. I mean, ding, 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 ding. Hello, that's my life motto. I mean, people are great for the most part. Okay, my memory card was full. I had to reset. Hopefully it doesn't look too off, but we gotta work with what we got. Okay, last one. That you're rude. So the truth is, every human being wants to connect with another human being, and it is in our DNA, it is the fabric of our beings that we're social creatures. So people that have anxiety are just like anyone else in that they want to make meaningful connections and relationships with people. It's just harder for us. So when you ask me to something, or I'm invited to something and I don't end up going, or I say no, please don't think I'm rude. I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to be impolite. It's just too hard. Sometimes there's just so much mental energy that you have to use, and sometimes you just don't have it. It sucks that people think that your lack of mental energy to deal with a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable is you being rude, but that's why I want to talk about it, because I think a lot of people are misinformed and they just don't understand it. I don't know, I just think it's really important to shed light on issues like this because so many people have them and so many people are still so uninformed about what they are, or misinformed, and by holding those misconceptions and not talking about them, we're only giving them more power. So I just wanted to say that social anxiety is not impoliteness. It's not me being antisocial. It's not me not liking people. In fact, I want all of those things, but it's just harder for me. And yeah, I'm curious what other misconceptions that you've heard of. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your experience has been like with social anxiety, or if you know someone, or the misconceptions that you've heard. For me specifically, these are the things that I have noticed. But I'd love to hear what you've dealt with or what you've noticed. So thank you again for watching. I'm not posting as much as I want to here because my girlfriend and I, Aaliyah, are working on a secret project that is going to be coming out very soon, and I'm so pumped. Stay tuned, drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, wash your hands, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I love you guys.